Hey everybody. Hey. It's break time. It's midday moment time. If you're at work and taking your break, it's that time. Hi replay people. Everybody joining us from the replay. I heart you. I heart you replay people. Peekaboo to each of you. Replay as we give a moment for live people to join us. Welcome to the Midday Moment. If it's your first time joining us, I'm your host, Dr. Davina Jones, and it is my pleasure to share with you the Midday Moment. The Midday Moment is the place where we expect great things right here in the middle of the day. And we expect great things not because we ignore the questions of our day, not because we ignore the challenges of our day. We expect great things because we recognize that we are both fully human and fully divine. In our fully human selves, we got stuffs. We got bunches of stuffs in our fully human selves. And in our fully divine selves, we've got the answers to the stuffs. So the midday moment is designed to help you tap into your divine. When you tap into your divine, you tap into your river. You tap into your river of answers, your river of resolution, your river of resolve, your river of joy, your river of peace, your river of hope, your river of love. Righteousness, peace, and joy in the flowing spirit. That's what you tap into when you tap into the divine. So the midday moment is designed to help you tap into that divine. All right. Okay, everybody. Here we go. The OGs voted to keep the theme song. All right, come on, y'all. It's time for the midday moment. Come on. It's time for the midday moment. It's time for the midday moment. Whoa, it's time. Hey, Brenda. Hey, Nicole. Hugs and kisses. I'm expecting great things. Come on, y'all. I'm expecting great things. It's break time. I'm expecting great things. I'm expecting great things. All right, tell us where you are expecting at in my life. Yeah, I'm expecting great things in my home. Oh, I'm expecting great things, yeah. All around. That's background. I'm expecting great things. Yeah. Eyes may not see, but I choose to believe. You may not see, but I choose to believe. Sometimes they may not see, but I choose to believe. Sometimes I do not see, but I choose to believe. I believe in great things. Hey, oh, hey. All right, everybody say thank you, theme song. Thank you, theme song. All right, theme song says you're welcome. Oh, I hope y'all can hear the music okay. I normally have it a little closer to the speaker. I forgot to shift it. Okay. All right, so let's get started. So welcome everybody to the Midday Moment. The Midday Moment is not by itself. We are not by ourselves. We are a part of a larger network called Kingdom. It's our version of Christianity and New Thought. And we got a menu of Kingdom inspiration. So you can join the daily download with Dr. Jerome R. Pulley, our presiding prelate, and I have the pleasure of serving with him as our local spiritual leader as well. And so the daily download is on Facebook, so you can Google for that. You know what I mean. Search it for that. And we also put little commercials here on the Midday Moment page so that you can access them and see the information easily. So I make sure I update my commercials. We also have the the praise and prayer power line. I'm saying it all kinds of ways. I know I am. That's with Elder Katrina Johnson Smith. And so you can call in to the Power and Praise line, the Power, Prayer, and Praise. You can join us on Tuesday and Thursday mornings for that. And we have Illuminaries with Elder Renato Casares, where he posts these beautiful pictorial images and gives you a little reading that you can read at any time of the day, any night, and so forth. So we have a couple of menu options. So you just kind of eat from the menu, okay, as you choose. All right. It's no obligation, okay? It's just an invitation. Just an invitation, not an obligation. Okay. All right. So we have been studying during our little break time here in the middle of the afternoon. Drop my pencil. Come back, Elsa, because I might need you. So we've been studying during our break time out of the book. It's just that simple. Most of our books are kingdom specific, so we use our language, our vocabulary here, and so and they're available, so you can email us via the author, Dr. Pulley, doctorpulley, and you email there at drpulley@gmail.com, and we will tell you how you can get a copy of our current book. And when we finish this, we'll go on to another book. And then, if you know, I have my other supplemental favorites, my Louise Hay books. Louise Hay is my girl. Ooh, I know she transitioned in 2017, but my God, did she leave us with a gift? And so we pull from there and other resources as well, some Charles Fillmore literature and so forth. All right, so in our book we've been reading, it's just that simple, because this is based on the premise that many faiths make it really easy for you to come in, and then we make it very complicated for you to experience the faith. Just a bunch of do's, don'ts, and a bunch of, you don't know which way to go. You don't know where to go, what to do to be right. You kind of feel like the Sadducees and Pharisees when they asked Jesus. They're like, okay, look, we got all these laws in the Old Testament. My goodness, we don't know if we wear polyester or cotton. Like, what do we got to do to get this thing right? Can we wear wool with the polyester? Can we mix it? What do we got to do? Now, can we eat the pig or not eat the pig? What part of the pig can we eat? What don't eat? And so there were a lot of laws that govern the Old Testament, and a number of things that govern our 2022 stuff as well. And so we have decided to encourage you, look, make it simple. So Jesus responded to those folks that were asking, which one we got to do? What can we do? How can we, give us the shortcut here, okay? Give us the short answer. And Jesus told them the short answer is to love the Lord your God with all your heart and love your neighbor as yourself. He said, on these two things you can hang all the laws. So we take those two things that Jesus mentioned, and we calculate it and break it up to kind of simplify. You know how you kind of dissect the equation? So we dissect the equation, kind of pull it out to make it very digestible for you. And so in order to do those two things in order, you got to do it as three: love God, love yourself, and love your neighbor. Because you can't love your neighbor as yourself if you ain't loving yourself. Come on. Ding, ding, ding. Critical thinking. All right. And so that's the premise. So we spent a few weeks really massaging what it means to love God as the spirit of absolute good, the everywhere evenly present spirit of absolute good. And we're going to tap into why we say everywhere evenly present spirit of absolute. So we'll tap into that a little bit. So we massage that a little bit, being able to embrace God as love, and love, to embrace and worship God, exalt love, exalt God, bless God, speak well of, always lifting up the highest light. And so then now we are in the middle of the book, which really massages the middle part of this equation, which is to love yourself. So we've been looking at different ways to really kind of work through your self-love. All right, I'm ready to move on now. We were talking about accepting your body, accepting your emotions and your intellect, and now we're accepting God in us. In order for you to love yourself, you have to embrace self-awareness, which is where we were coming out of last week. And as you are aware of yourself, you accept yourself. Self-acceptance, all right? And a part of accepting yourself is to recognize that there is, listen, y'all, there is a part of God. Let me read it like it is in the book, because this is really good. There is Look over there. Yep, there it is. There is a God part of us. There we go. I like the way it's phrased there. There is a God part of us that we cannot ignore. There is a God part of you that you cannot ignore. So if you're going to accept yourself, you have to accept the God part of you. You must accept, as we said last Thursday, accept your body, all of this accepted, okay? All of this accepted, okay? All of it accepted. Don't curse your body. You curse your body. That's why it's responding the way it's responding to you. Embrace your body, love your body, talk to your body. So accept your body, accept your emotions, all this internal workings that's going on, accept your emotions and your intellect, and also accept the God in us. Accept that part of you. Now, what does that mean? We're going to go back and grab a scripture, Ephesians 4 and 6, really quickly. Ephesians 4 and 6. I'll start at verse 5 because this is very popular with some people. There's one Lord, one faith, one baptism. I know we could spend some time on that, but let's go on to 6. There's one God and Father of all, who is above all and through all and in all. So there's a God part of you. Sometimes I've called it the what do you have, 46 chromosomes? You got 23 from your mama, 23 from your daddy, right? So science can detect these 46 chromosomes. Yeah. I like to say you got a 47th chromosome, honey. Yes, you do. You have a 47th chromosome that you cannot necessarily touch. Okay. We can touch the mama part of you and the God and the daddy part of you. You know, got your arms from your mama, your nose from your daddy. All right. So those 23 chromosomes, they end up being very tangible. All right. And some parts of it is not so tangible. And as you get into that not so tangible part, I like to call that your 47th chromosome. That's the God part of you that we don't necessarily physically touch, but we feel you. We feel you. We experience you. Yes. We feel you and we experience. It's like air. Can you touch air? Touch. Come on, everybody. Try to touch the. Try to touch the air. Right? It's a challenge. You don't know if you can you feel air, right? But you're breathing it. You are experiencing air. And so as we experience each other, we are experiencing also the God part of each other. I didn't say you acted like the God part all the time. But it's there. It's there. All right. So what does that mean? Number one, Jones tool number one. It means that you are both fully human and fully divine. And I've already started explaining that. And we said in the beginning as well. You are fully human and fully divine. Okay. And so you're fully human and you have an essence part of you that is also very divine. What does that mean? This is going to help you, Jones tool number two. It means that you are both physical and spiritual. You are both physical and spiritual. You're both physical. Hey, touch me, touch me. And you are spiritual. And you have spiritual conversations. You have an energy and a vibration about yourself. That's why I said you too are like air, where even when we can't feel you physically, we feel your energy. That's why you around people sometimes you're like, is everything okay? Because you can feel the energy in the room, right? You can feel the spiritual tone and the spiritual texture in the room. Or you're with somebody, a friend, family, or coworker, and you're like, you all right? You're like, they feeling kind of funky today, you know? Because we're spiritual beings. We are both physical and spiritual. Jones number 3, that means that we are also both natural and supernatural. We are both natural and supernatural. And this is why you are so amazing, why you are so incredibly powerful. I'm going to press a button here. This is why it's so important for you to know your power and stop blaming everything on this external notion. Here we go, y'all. This external notion of devil. Because you give your power away. When you put everything on this external notion of a it devil out there attacking you, you give your power away. When Adam and Eve were placed in the garden, God gave them dominion. This whole story of the snake has no power other than what you give it. That's why when God comes back to the garden, like, where y'all been? What y'all been doing? And they say, well, we was naked and we were, we were ashamed. He was like, well, who y'all been talking to? Oh, you were talking to that it out there. You were talking to that it. You were talking to this other note. Couple of definitions to help you with that. I've shared it before. I'll share it again. Devil is lived spelled backwards. Devil is lived spelled backwards. The devil that you are giving credit to, it is the consciousness. It is a conscious part of you that is living backwards. It's not out there. It's here. You it. Tag, you it. This gonna shake people today. You're it. Because if it's always out there, and New Testament tells us Jesus defeated the devil, meaning Jesus defeated that part of his consciousness. If it's always out there, then you're never free because you're constantly running and it's here. And you are natural and supernatural, which means you have the power. Ephesians 3:18, God is able to do exceeding abundantly above all we could ask or think, according to the power where? Come on, say it. Come on, Bible study people, where? In you. According to the power in you. In you. Yeah. Because you're both natural and so as a man thinketh, come on. As a man thinketh, as a person thinketh, you're powerful. Some of y'all don't know how powerful you are. This whole life journey is an opportunity for you to realize your power, to be intentional about what you are creating. Y'all are powerful. Y'all are powerful. What time is it? Ooh, we're at 17 minutes. Okay. I've shared this before. I have stories that I repeat because some of them are, they're easy for you to, all right. And so some of you have heard these before, but I'm gonna give it again. So one of my most delivering conversations was years ago when I was in therapy. And on that day, I was telling the therapist that he hurt me, my boyfriend, then I guess outgoing boyfriend, hurt me. She was like, he did. I was like, yeah, he did. He hurt me. She was like, wow. Well, that's a lot of power to give somebody because thank you, dear. Powering off, right? Power off this notion of the devil. If he hurt you, then he can only heal you. And so it's important for you to claim your power. She says, would you like to give that much power to somebody else? I was like, no. She said, well, then you can choose to feel hurt. And if you choose to feel hurt, then you can heal the hurt. It's all of this stuff that we are experiencing, it comes from within. Now, I haven't mentioned my girl in a long time. It's had to have been months. I'm getting ready to close. It's been months since I've mentioned my girl. It has to have been months. So I don't remember the last time I did it. Here we go. I have a friend that always laughs when I call this name because they're like, well, golly, can you talk about somebody else aside from her? Harriet Tubman. Harriet Tubman, I swear she's like a great, great, great aunt or something because she sits right there all the time. This is what amazes me. And for me, she's such a picture of power and how you create from within. Because everything externally about Harriet Tubman's life says that she is a slave. Everything out here, all of her surroundings, all of the people, the plantation, her family members, the conditions, the law, all of it says she is a slave. I don't know her personal testimony. I don't know who planted the seed in her. I'm not privy to that. But something on the inside of her, because God is able to do exceeding abundantly, which you can ask or think, according to the power in you. Something on the inside of her tells her, you free. You free, honey. You free. And because of that, because of her own natural, supernatural coming together, heaven and earth coming together, that kingdom come, that will be done on earth as it is in heaven. She then executes, manifests her own freedom, and then had the audacity to go back in there and help facilitate other people's freedom. That's some stuff from me right there. You, beloved, I'm encouraging you to accept the God part of you. When you accept the God part of you, you don't have to keep fighting with a devil. When you accept the God part of you, you don't have to keep fighting and wrestling with the devil. You can say, it is risen. God is in me. It is risen. It is written. It's risen too. The revelation has come up. It is risen. I have risen. I have risen. I have risen because it is written. I have risen because it is written. Greater is he that is in me. Greater is the Spirit of God that is in me than anything that's operating out here. Yeah, you have that opportunity. You have that capacity. You have that capability. So we offer that to you today. Accept that part of you, and you can stop fighting with devil. Okay? Whew. That's something right there, y'all. Accept the God part of you. Fully human, fully divine. Both physical and spiritual. Both natural and supernatural. So that you can manifest your best life. Yeah? Awesome. I love y'all. Gotta go. Gotta go. Break time over. Gotta go. I love you. I love you. Thank you all so much. Those of you that have continued to celebrate my birthday. My birthday is next Tuesday, 6/21. I've got some balloons here. My balloons are so pretty. I got balloons for my leadership team. Look at my balloons. Aren't they beautiful? Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? They're pink and gold because I've been doing a lot of pink and gold and pink and black lately. Okay. All right. I so thank them for that. So thank you, each of you that have been celebrating my birthday with me. I appreciate all of the wonderful words of kindness, the acts of kindness. Those of you that desire to support the midday moment so we can push it out and do some other things with it. Those of you that desire to support me, I'm learning how to give and receive. I give, and I've not always received. So I'm learning how to be intentional about the full blessing cycle, which is to give and receive. And so I receive your love gifts. I receive your love offerings. My Cash App is in here somewhere. All right. And I receive your gift of time shared with me during the midday moment. Thank you for sharing this time with me. All right. We went a little longer today. Okay. All right, everybody, take care. Be blessed. God bless you. And God be you.